Hello, and welcome back to the second case study in my multiple series on killer spies, the dark side of intelligence. In this series, I will examine some of the most well-known intelligence-driven assassinations from the last 25 years. As a retired intelligence officer, I know firsthand how the utter deception and espionage can be manipulated by states and governments to end the lives of dissenters, dissidents, double agents, and political opponents. In this episode, I will turn my attention to one of the world's deadliest intelligence agencies, Israel's Mossad. Long before the invasion of Israel on October 7, 2023, terrorist elements of Hamas were identified as enemies of the state. One such individual was Mahmoud Al-Mabhouh, the co-founder of the military wing of Hamas. Mahmoud Al-Mabhouh was on Israel's kill list for a good reason. Al-Mabhouh had been accused of kidnapping and murdering 2 Israeli soldiers in 1989, and he was believed to have purchased arms from Iran and smuggled them into Gaza. On January 19, 2010, Al-Mabhouh was found dead in a hotel room in Dubai from what was staged to look like a suicide. Prior to leaving Dubai, Al-Mabhouh booked his trip online and informed his family by phone what hotel he would be staying in. Despite being warned by others in Hamas against doing this, it was this tradecraft mistake that likely led to his ultimate demise, as this potentially accessible information was enough for Mossad to scramble a hit team to welcome him in Dubai. The ability of an intelligence organization to monitor the communications of contacts, travel, and whereabouts of a target are essential components for deploying any operational activity. In this case, the operational activity was the assassination of Al-Mabhouh. In and around the same time that Al-Mabhouh arrived in Dubai, several teams of Mossad agents, totaling 26 in number, using falsified forged British, European, and Australian passports, some from actual Israeli dual citizens, began to arrive in Dubai. They stayed at different hotels and used various disguises to obfuscate their appearance and to keep from being identified on closed-circuit television cameras set up in various locations around the Al Bustan Rotana Hotel, the same hotel where Al-Mabhouh was staying. Avoiding direct communication with one another, the Mossad agents opted to use encrypted communication devices while they conducted surveillance on Mabhouh and inside the Al Bustan Rotana Hotel. According to reporting from Dubai authorities, all the alleged suspected Mossad agents sent and received SMS messages to the same Austrian phone number. This was most likely a central means of communication, as either a fallback in case of encrypted communications breakdown, as well as to keep the central component of the Mossad updated on the mission. Al-Mabhouh had checked into hotel room 2030, and using disguises and surveillance techniques, the Mossad agents were able to follow him to the hallway of his room and eventually gained access to the room adjacent to his. There they waited until Al-Mabhouh left his hotel room, and the agents gained access to his room and waited for him there. On the next day, Al-Mabhouh's lifeless body was found by cleaning staff and hotel security who had unlatched the door. To make the hit look like an accidental overdose or suicide, an open bottle of pills was left beside the lifeless body. The use of this theatrical deception was an attempt to ensure that the Israeli government wasn't implicated in the death. Before the corpse of Al-Mabhouh was discovered, every Mossad agent had fled Dubai and were outside the reach of the Emirati authorities. In addition to the discovery of the passports, the encrypted communication devices, and the shared SMS number, several of the Mossad agents had used MetaBank credit cards issued out of Storm Lake, Iowa by a company located in New York. The CEO of this company was a former Israeli Defense Force Special Forces officer. This is likely not a coincidence. In the intelligence world, this individual would have been known as a friendly facilitator, a trusted individual who is willing to provide logistical assistance on operation, won't ask questions, and doesn't have direct connection to the government or the intelligence agency. As you can see, this is yet another example of how far an intelligence agency will go to try to ensure that their government isn't implicated in any suspicious death on foreign soil. If it hadn't been for the hard work of the Dubai police and their ability to trace some of the movements of the Israeli agents with closed-circuit television, the murder of Al-Mabhouh may have remained unsolved. But the intelligence-driven assassinations aren't just for enemies of the state or defecting former intelligence officers. Some of the wet work of intelligence agencies can have a familiar cause, as we'll see in the next episode of Killer Spies, the Dark Side of Intelligence. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe, leave a like, share, and comment. Thank you, and be sure to go to www.globalintelligenceknowledgenetwork.com for more content on all things international espionage.